Your eyes do not deceive you. Anvil has a brand new song out and an upcoming album. And honestly, just by sheer coincidence, I was watching their documentary, which I believe came out in the mid to late 2000s. Um, I actually, watching it this time around, I hadn't thought about it before, but in some ways, it's similar to Metallica's documentary, Some Kind of Monster, but like the complete opposite. And here's what I mean by that. So, the Anvil story. So, Anvil's been a band since the 80s. They had some moderate success back then. They toured with bands like Whitesnake and Bon Jovi, just a couple of them. But they never like made it. They they kind of just coasted a little bit through the 80s and they just kind of disappeared. And so the documentary is about these dudes who are just trying to live out their teenage dream of being a rock star and they're not giving up. They're getting shot down here, they're having challenges there, and they're just, trying to remain as, especially, so the lead singer, his name is Lips, and he's just trying to remain as optimistic as possible. Whereas with Some Kind of Monster, it's like, flip it on its head, and you have a band who has all the success in the world, the biggest metal band of all time, and because of their giant egos, they can't keep things together. Jason Newsted just quit the band. Hetfield's an alcoholic. Lars is selling paintings for some reason, and they're trying to record an album and they're trying to find a new bassist, and they're just they're fighting. It's like a bunch of rich dudes, big houses and fancy cars, and they just can't pull it together. So to see it from the complete opposite perspective, a band that never had the big houses and never had the cars, it makes you think they're really just doing it for the music. Like they really just want to be rock stars and play the music that they love. And it is like it's charming. It's that's the best word I could think about it. It's like you're really rooting for these guys cuz you believe that they really want it that bad. So honestly, I recommend it. If you haven't seen Anvil, the story of Anvil, it's a great story. Um, so here's Anvil, and by the way, here's I should mention this. Anvil, the band, they're basically a time capsule. These guys, I don't think they've heard a song that was written past 1989. So I kind of know what this is probably going to sound like because they're old school dudes, and old school not in like they're intentionally doing it. I just think that's the way they are. And a lot of their albums have a very, very similar sound on them. I have a couple of them. I have This Is 13, and I have Metal on Metal, which is the one that went like moderately successful in the 80s. Um, here's I'll build upon my comment about them being a time capsule. This is their website. This is their actual website. This is amazing. I love this. And by the way, last updated April 10th, 2024. So don't think for a second that this has just been sitting here for 30 years. It has not. This is the updated version of the website. This website looks like it needs to protect itself from Y2K. This is amazing. All these websites I've been looking at, I've not seen one like this. And they update this thing. Honestly, I would imagine that somebody from the band probably built this, or somebody closely associated with the band probably built this, let's be honest, a long time ago, and they've just been updating like maybe the picture here and like, like their tour dates. They are on tour in Canada and overseas, nothing in the States. They update this little blurb down here. So here's Lips, and he's the mainstay. He's been in the band from the beginning, and so has this guy here. He's the drummer, Rob Reiner. I don't know who these two guys are. So I've seen this band live. These two guys were not in the band. At the time, they were just a three-piece band. Here's the poster for their documentary. And all right, I'm excited to hear this. So I think we just jump right in and see what this song, Feed Your Fantasy, is all about. Oh, they're going bluesy. Dude, Lips has not aged since the documentary. He looks exactly the same. The band sounds good, man. The band sounds good. I mean, it's good production. I like the video so far. It's pretty straightforward. I like the bassist. All right, Lips. It's a little repetitive. Might be dragging a little at the end here. Yeah, I think they could have probably cut off like 20 seconds there, but that was good. Wait, hang on, there's another minute and a half left. What's going on? Oh, is this just behind the scenes stuff? From the album One and Only. Music produced by... They got credits rolling? I mean, this was no Thriller. I don't know why we got to show the credits at the end. Actors? Actors? Like the fans? Are they going to list out everybody in this room? No way. All right, I don't think anything else is... That's bizarre. Anyway, so I was kind of thinking, actually, so I mentioned I liked the bassist, but I didn't think he was... Is that the same guy? I don't think so. I don't know. But there's 4 dudes in this picture, but there's 3 dudes in this one. Regardless, there it is. Feed Your Fantasy by Anvil. And I thought it was pretty cool. So check out Anvil. I'll leave this URL in the description of the video so you can check out their website. I mean, it is a gem. You should, just for shiggles, come check out this website. Oh, email me at tgallo@tbaytel.net. The page is maintained by Tony Gallo. Well, how about that? Tony Gallo. I don't know, I guess that's management? All right, that's it. Appreciate you tuning in. If you got any bands you want me to review, send them my way. Leave it in the comments. See you guys next time.